Sunday meeting, August 22nd, 1976. LL Research, channeling Hatonn. Dawn, channeling. I am Hatonn. I greet you, my friends, in the love and the light of our infinite Creator. It is a very great privilege to be with you this evening. I am known to you as Hatonn. I am not of your planet. However, I am deeply concerned at this time about the activities of the peoples of your planet. My friends, myself and all of my brothers at this time are very concerned about the activities upon your planet. We are limited in speaking to you, however, in that we must use this means. We are limited to this means by wisdom. For it is very important, my friends, to give freely in such a manner that the gift cannot be misunderstood. This is what we have for you, my friends, a gift of knowledge and understanding. This is all that we bring for you, all that there is. There is nothing more. H. Channeling. I am Hatonn. I am with this instrument. Excuse us for the delay. We are certain that it is, shall we say, wondered what brings about the difficulties which you have just witnessed. We merely must say that, as a radio receiver, the intellect of man can receive external energy inputs or thought forms. Yet, for proper and clear reception and transmission, it is necessary that analysis by the individual receiving must be refrained from. For to receive and to analyze before attempting to transmit is to cause some confusion and disjointedness in the energies received. We shall resume communication through the other instrument in a short time. We merely wish to utilize the first portion, shall we say, of this communication to merely scan over that which has been discussed and to assist in bringing into clearer understanding some of our viewpoints and our purpose. We of the Confederation consider man upon the planet Earth to be of great importance. We consider him to be our brother. For throughout our experiences and what you might call our travels, we have come to realize that there is a greater unification between all things within this universe or creation than one can realize through the processes of the intellect. Many of the philosophies which are shared among your people speak of the concept of oneness of creation. And indeed, we have found that this concept expresses most easily the truth of the existence of our creation. You must view all things as being merely a portion of the entire creation. Each thing is as a molecule within the overall structure of the body of the universe, or of the Creator himself. Recognizing to some degree the functions of your own physical form, you must realize that each and every particle of your physical form is of importance to the proper functioning within that form. And so it is within the universe. Each individual, each particle, is indeed of vast importance to the overall proper functioning and existence of this creation. All of us have instilled within us the love by which we were created. There is one form of love. There is one source of love, and that is the Creator. We are the projections, and we are the practice of that love. And therefore, contained within us is the Creator. As we are in Him, so also is He within us. All things are interdependent upon each other. All things, in truth, are each other and are one. Our purpose for being here is to assist mankind in the realization of this simple concept. Yet we must stress, to come to the realization, to the true understanding of these concepts is, shall we say, limited if you only employ the utilization of your intellect. My friends, you have within you the ability to know and to be all things. The intellect is contained within the physical forms, and also within that form abides your essence, or your being. Your being is the manipulator of the form. You are the commander of the ship, and the intellect is a portion of that form. It is a function of that which you call the brain. Know thyself has been stated many times within your scriptures. Know you, the manipulator of your form. And from this you shall know the Creator. You shall know the vastness and the infinite knowledges of the universe. Utilize the intellect and learn to know thyself, for what which has created you, that which is within you, and that which you are, contains the highest form of what you might call intellect or knowledge. It is not limited to merely one plane of existence. It is omnipresent. It is omnipotent. It is all things, and it is one with the Creator. It is you. It is I. And we call it love. The overall concept of all things, we call love. I shall transfer this communication once again. I am Hatonn. Carla, channeling. I am with this instrument, and again I greet you in love and light. That which you know as your intellect, and that which we term the intellect or the mind of the Creator, are not very related concepts. We have urged this group many times to be completely aware of the uses and functions of the intellect, and so to make that very useful tool work for you, rather than you working for it. For my friends, that is what the intellect and the physical body itself will do to you, of course, if it can. Both the intellect and your physical form have a short stay, in an organized sense, in consciousness, and so the short-term interests of the physical form and the intellect crave instant and continuous attention. And if you, as a spiritual self, are not careful, you will be a slave to these requests of the body and of the mind. And you will not allot any time, any serious time, to your progress outside the physical. As you seek the mind of the Creator, which is love, you are seeking something entirely different. You are not seeking something which has a limitation, which offers limitations. You are seeking just the opposite, for true knowledge and understanding gives freedom, always. And as you seek to loosen the bonds of those things which imprison your soul, you are seeking a love which is so articulated, so fastidiously realized, that it is indeed that which is a perfect knowledge, a perfect understanding. And yet, the energy of this understanding, far from being a separator or divider, is a unifier. Love unites all things. Love combines all things, ameliorates all difficulties, heals the wounds that you may have. A complete understanding of love, fully realized in your life, will heal you on whatever level you need to be healed. And many, many are the hurts, my friends, that do not show, yet are grievously painful within your life experiences. To gain an understanding of love is a process which is greatly aided by what we call meditation, what you are doing now. For my friends, within your scriptures, you have heard many times that it is not a good thing to raise up graven images. This is one of your commandments within your Holy Bible. Yet, a graven image does not have to be made of earth or stone. It can also be made of words. And all those who say, "I believe in the Father," or those who say, "Love has come into my life and will heal me," are kneeling to a graven image, for words have never done anything to anyone. To allow the experience of love to come into your life is to open yourself to it and to listen for it, to allow yourself to feel it. For the understanding without words, the experience without intellect, is what will indeed show you love. The Creator does not speak with you in human terms. The Comforter comes to you in silence. If you wish power, to heal, to help, either yourself or your neighbors, pray only that you may listen and you may hear the voice of love. Do not expect gifts for yourself or for your loved ones. Pray only that all of those upon your planet may feel this love. For as you seek for all people, both those you know and those you do not know, those who are your friends and those who are your enemies, you are bringing into the being a realization of that which is true love. True love does not discriminate. It is a unifier. Sit in silence, my friends, and open yourself to the energy that flows from love itself, through you and back again, out into the creation. As you do this, the experience itself will begin to show you why it is that we suggest that you do it. We can only suggest that you give it a try. You are seeking, my friends. You may not know what, but you know already that what you are seeking is not found in what you can see and hear with your physical instruments of perception. You know that there is something more, and we say to you that something more is not far away, but is within each individual that you meet. It is the enhancement that gives you joy in seeing each creation of the Father. Seek it in meditation, and you will see it all around you, every day. Love is with us. It may not be in the world, my friends, but you can bring it into the world through your own eyes. And although you cannot heal the whole world, those you touch will be aided. For you are the world, for all things are one. And as you aid yourself in understanding, you have done more to help the world as it is than anything else you might do. Indeed, you can go forth from your understanding of love and effect changes in the physical as you are guided to do by your own intuition. And these things are very well. Yet the basic change in your heart that gives you joy and life and love to give to others, this, my friends, is your greatest contribution. I will open the meeting for questions, but first, I would like to conclude this message through another channel. I will transfer at this time. I am known to you as Hatonn. B. Channeling. I am Hatonn. I am now with this instrument. My friends, but a few more words. We have spoken much of this energy called love this evening. Now, my friends, this energy is available to all who have but to ask. For my friends, this energy is a gift from the Creator. It is of your free will to administer this energy through your daily existence. For my friends, you may deny yourself of this great inaudible when we speak of this. Earlier, we mentioned that love is all there is. My friends, if love is truly all there is, does it not sound reasonable that all you will experience will be of the happiest vibration constantly? My friends, this is how you were conceived. This is how it is hoped that you will return. My friends, if you look upon your own existence as a truly individual universe, you come in contact with many universes throughout your existence. Do not deny yourself the opportunity of further growth by denying yourself to look only at the love and light of each universe. For my friends, we have evolved much, but still we must strive for only that of love. For my friends, this energy truly exists forever, and there is apparently no end to its knowledge. So, my friends, one way which you may acquire and hasten a, shall we say, attunement is through help to others. My friends, that is one of the reasons that we are with you this evening. Before opening this meeting to any questions, I will transfer this contact. It is a great honor. Inaudible. Dawn channeling. Inaudible. I am here. I am known to you as Hatonn. It is now possible to answer any questions. H. Hatonn, can you tell me if it was your craft that was seen yesterday evening by myself and others, and possibly what your purpose was? Hatonn. I am going to use control in order to answer your question, as it is a difficult one. I was aware of your presence at a specific time. I was aware of your question at that time. I am sorry that it is impossible to specifically say what you saw. You did not see one of our craft. You saw a projection which was meant to stimulate your thinking. This projection is used in many cases. It was of a nature that would be called unreal or an image. However, it was intended for the purpose of stimulating, as I have said, those who saw it at that particular time. I am sorry that I cannot, at this time, give you more information. H. Thank you. M. Hatonn, is the Antichrist born? Hatonn. There is no such concept. All of this created universe, in its infinite sense, is one thing. The concept of an Antichrist, as it is generated by the thought of those upon your planet, is erroneous. The individual whom your peoples might call the Antichrist is, in fact, the Creator, as are you and all of your peoples. To view an individual otherwise is an error in basic analysis of our universe. If this is understood in totality by the peoples of your planet, there will then be eliminated all of their problems, including the problem of the concept of what you call the Antichrist. Is this a sufficient answer? M. Will you give the purpose of the literature relating to the Antichrist in the Book of Revelation? Hatonn. The book of Revelations, in what you know as your Holy Bible, is stated, as are all of your intellectual communications, in a clouded or misinterpreted form. The concept of Antichrist is simply the concept of individualization of thought, the concept of isolation from the whole. It has been stated in a previous communications, quote, "The spirit of Antichrist is ever more powerful and will be drawn closer and closer to the earth, where it will have its final death throes. And in those death throes it will take many down with it, and they will not find the kingdom to be inherited, but must repeat over again that great cycle of time which is now culminating in the scene upon the earth." Unquote. This, my friends, is nothing more than a parable, indicating that those who separate themselves in consciousness will find it more difficult, shall we say, to link their path back to the unity and oneness which is their actual reality. Is this sufficient? M. Yes, thank you. Dawn. I have a question to ask through another channel. H. Channeling Hatonn. I am with this instrument. Dawn. I have asked the question. Hatonn. I am Hatonn. One moment. There's a pause here while H is being conditioned. Hatonn. We shall attempt through this instrument to do our best. We of the Confederation have chosen a vast amount of time ago a certain, shall we say, procedure which we follow in bringing about the awareness of not only our existence, but the existence of the creative energies and of the Creator. We have chosen to utilize certain individuals, and many of these individuals are alien, shall we say, to the earth plane of existence. In this present time, which we find and which we stress to be of great importance to all of mankind, for it is the culmination of a cycle of experience, we have directed in great, shall we say, numbers, individuals who have chosen to cooperate and to serve with us, and we have placed, to the best of our ability, the knowledge for bringing about the fulfillment of those agreements, shall we say. And it is each individual's opportunity and obligation to bring about a utilization of their knowledge toward that which they feel directed to do. It is difficult, even for the most enlightened of your beings, to continually operate, shall we say, harmoniously, when constantly bombarded by experiences of an alien or negative nature upon the earth plane of existence. Yet, if it were not for these experiences, the confusions brought about from them, and the delays, and we wish to stress, only the delay of those agreements or directions is brought about, know one thing: that which you have chosen to do shall be accomplished. That which you desire to experience shall be experienced. And that which you are to know. You must only filter through those circumstances about you which are not harmonious to the fulfillment of your direction. What you search for may be seen through your perception in a form which is truly not proper, though it may appear to fit. It may appear to be that for which you had asked. It is only sent to tantalize us, shall we say, to test you, to see if you shall commit yourself completely, under all circumstances, through all trials, to the fulfillment of your directions. Faith in the Creator, belief in your purpose, and continual attempt to fulfill that purpose is what is required, and patience to await its materialization is of the utmost necessity. Once properly positioned within your being, these concepts, then the more expedient, the materialization of that direction and purpose. It is yours to do what you have been told you shall do. It is yours to find the proper method of bringing it into being. And it is yours to be the instrument of truths if you desire to be. This has been somewhat difficult for this instrument, yet we truly feel we have covered the basic concept that has been desired. Dawn. You'd better give it another shot. That wasn't the answer to my question. I'll try to get more clear on the question. Carla. Why don't you just ask it out loud? Dawn. Because I want to do it this way. H. Channeling Hatonn. It is, shall we say, most difficult, as you know. And the other instruments have been, shall we say, shaken. This type of experiment has been successfully achieved previously, as you are aware. And we, due to the experience of this instrument, shall attempt once again through the instrument known as Carla, if she is willing to make this attempt. Carla, channeling. I am Hatonn. The one known as Carla, shall we say, is scared to death, but is willing to attempt it. If she will relax, we are with this instrument. If she will refrain from analyzing what she is getting. The Creator has shown us many things. He has not shown us ways and means of doing that which we must do. Those things are up to us. He has not shown the earth or any other entity within the creation the rhythm and tempo of its doings, for all things are free to form their own densities. Therefore, we cannot know the geography in time, shall we say, of those things which shall occur. Our best predictions are a function of probability curves which become more accurate as that geographical location in time draws near, at which time the prediction becomes reality upon your earth plane. The information concerning various, as you would call it, anomalistic phenomena is a kind of aggregate which is, in general, as correct as we can make it. The probabilities are very high, on the order of, shall we say, 50 to 70%, that many of those disruptions of the normal magnetic rhythm of your planet will indeed take place. The reaction of your Earth peoples to these happenings is not known at this time. Therefore, our reactions to their reactions are not known at this time. Again, we have probabilities. That, my friends, is a completely open ball game, as you would say. Your people are not predictable. We are hoping that many, many seeds which have been planted will come to fruition when people begin to view the devastation in their own geographical location. We are hoping at that point that communications with those people will be much easier. For those who know that we have spoken to the subject will be interested as to what else we have to say. Picture a rose as it grows on the bush. The day of its opening is not known, only its shape when it does open. Are there any other questions? Dawn. High probability points in the very near future? A few months? Hatonn. There is a high probability, my friends, in that which you know as California. There are high probability points in your southern oceans. We are sorry that this instrument is very weak in geography, we are... There's a pause here. Carla. Dawn, I think it's Texas. Either Texas or... I don't know what else is down there, but it's in there. Carla, channeling Hatonn. We are sorry. The instrument is unable to fully understand what we are saying. There will be a great amount of suffering. Yet, as you all know, you may ameliorate the situation by sending light. If you will remember to do this, as this instrument would say, every little bit helps. Do not think that you are not helping, for physical suffering may be necessary, yet light will enable these souls to leave the physical to find their spirit home very quickly. There is devastation on the coast of your European continent, and again we are having great difficulty in pinpointing the location. This difficulty will be felt over a wide area. Dawn. About how long from now? Hatonn. We are seeing this occurring into the fall, as it grows towards the month of October. Dawn. How about California? Hatonn. This is very close. Dawn. Closer than the other? Hatonn. Much closer. Dawn. That was the question, specifically. Thank you. Hatonn. Are there any other questions? Or may we aid further in any way with that question? H. Yeah, I'd like to know where I got my answer. Hatonn. There are many questions which dwell within those realms of mind which are below the level of the intellect. Many times, these questions are deeper and more important than the question which is upon the conscious mind. You were answering a question, yet it was not the question that was intended by the requester. Yet it was a question which the one known as Dawn had within his being, and with which he is dealing at the present time. It is important for all of us to understand, my friends, we as well as you, that those things which we speak with to ourselves are not always to the point, but that in our progression, that which is below the level of words is a very important part of our, shall we say, baggage, that which we carry with us. Compassion and understanding of ourselves on the level below words, and the compassion and understanding of others as they deal with these things which they cannot speak of, is very important in your understanding of love. Dawn. I have one more question. Hatonn. Very well. Dawn. With respect to north or south, can you specify what portion of California would be high probability? Hatonn. My friends, we cannot at this time. There is a great deal of effort being made by those within your plane and those within what you would call your spirit world to alleviate those stresses all through that which you know as the San Andreas Fault. The fault extends in a very stressed manner for many hundreds of miles through the continent and out to sea. Therefore, we do not know at what point the damage will finally originate. We only know that, as the rhythm of the planet is going, the critical time is very, very soon. It honestly could not be predicted at this point. However, if you asked at a time closer, it may be more possible to pinpoint. Dawn. How close? Hatonn. We suggest that you ask week by week. It will not be long. Dawn. Thank you. Hatonn. You must realize There is a great danger in asking for specific information. For in specific information there dwells a great deal of nervousness on the part of the channel. Therefore, that vibration makes them more vulnerable to incorrect information. Dawn. That is why I asked telepathically. Hatonn. We understand. However, now that, shall we say, the secret is out, it may be more difficult to get our answers, as opposed to other beings who would, shall we say, play with your mind, if you understand what we mean. Dawn. I certainly do. Hatonn. My friends, are there any other questions? M. Could you tell us what silver flecks are? Hatonn. If you promise not to laugh, my friends. The silver flecks are a type of very small machine. We would not call them computers, but you would. They are communication devices. M. Thank you. Hatonn. We must add that, many times, that which you think to be a silver fleck is, in fact, a silver fleck. We advise you to examine any such thing that you may find under a magnifying glass, for the naturally earth-made item which is, this instrument calls it, tinsel. Dawn. What will be the shape of your silver fleck? Hatonn. It will have a squareness or some form of geometrical shape. There are various types. They are easily recognizable in contrast to everyday tinsel, as you would call it. If you will take any of each type and look at it closely, you can see the difference. The factor of what this instrument would call shininess is also different. M. How do you plant them? Hatonn. We cannot tell you. In your words, they simply would appear. My friends, this has been a very long meeting, and we are very grateful to you for giving us the opportunity to speak with your group. We welcome those who are new to this group and greet them each with special love. We give you, as we give all who listen to us, our love and the love of the Creator, and our hope that you will call upon us and our energy at any time that you wish it. We are always aware of those who wish to contact us. If you do not wish us, my friends, we will never be there, for your free will is more important to us than any single consideration that we might have. We wish only to help you if you ask us. We ask you to consider our words, not as truth, but as an interesting thought to be considered by your discriminating mind. We are in no way infallible or perfect. We are, as you, foolish beings attempting to learn, striving to be a little better than we were yesterday. We are a little ahead of you on the path of evolution, and we reach a hand very gladly to give you a pull up. It's a long path, my friends, but we have found great joy in it, and we know that it is there for you also. I am Hatonn. I leave you in the love and the light of the infinite Creator. Adonai, my friends. Farewell and peace.
Go forth then, rejoicing in the power and the peace of the one infinite Creator.